Hello everybody, my name is Drew and welcome back to Sky Factory 3. I've been hard at work, you know that? I know I say that every episode, but I really do work hard for you guys. And, well, let's just dive right in, shall we? So, I've been working on a couple of different projects over the last couple of days. I've basically let this guy exhaust its power supply, so these have exhausted the power that was available in this capacitor bank, and that's fine. It's all exhausted, so we're not producing any extra gravel or sand right now, but that's okay. Because, well, I've had to expand our refined storage system by quite a lot. Like, a lot. So, this is the new refined storage system that we now have. It's, man, we had a lot. This is all 16K storage drives in every one, and they're mostly full. Now, it got a little better, because what I've done is I've actually offloaded some of the storage into these compacting drawers via a recommendation. I can't speak today. And it's working pretty good. So what we're doing is dumping all the cobblestone into, I have, I believe, three different drawers. They're all compacting into double compressed. I also have a couple drawers that the double compressed can go into, creating up to quadruple, which is more than enough for our purposes. I've also got a chest dedicated for sand, redstone, and gravel, all upgraded to the max with the emerald upgrades. And the reason I did this was to try and take it out of this system. It also keeps it conveniently compressed, meaning you can even double down further on your storage and so on and so forth. Now, I was thinking about doing it for the blocks because that was suggested as well for metal blocks, but I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm already at, like, that's 3.4K stack of aluminum. So I'm already, or is it 3.4K blocks? 3.4K blocks. So, I mean, I could possibly get away with doing that for all the metallic blocks, but I feel like I don't need to. And storage is getting to a point where it's actually relatively cheap to make. I also made this disk drive manipulator that lets us do a bunch of functions that I'm really not going to go into because I've had no reason to use it yet. I just built it in case we needed it. If we do have to use it, then of course we'll talk about it. I also made one extra lava generator because power was becoming an issue, and the bottleneck is our lava generation, which I've been talking about for a while. So I started making fire water. To make fire water, you need to make hooch. Hooch is made with a sugary item, so either straight sugar, which is, I think, the best catalyst. I believe apples work, and so do watermelons and some other stuff. Mix that with a other plant. You could use seeds. What else can you use? Potatoes are the best. I believe poisoned potatoes are the very best at an 8-time modifier. I don't have any poisonous potatoes, so don't worry about that. But a regular potato is still 4-time modifier. You mix that with water, and you get yourself some hooch. So I mixed up a batch, and I put it over underneath these crucibles. And here's the interesting thing. So these crucibles now run at a whopping 7-time for this guy because it doesn't have a source block. But anything that is a source block is a dedicated 8-time rate for making lava, which is pretty good. The issue is I need all of these to be running at that speed now if we're going to make sure that we keep everything running smoothly. So you can see these ones are still running on lava. I've converted this whole row to run on fire water. Eventually I will finish doing this row, but I got to make more hooch. And I want to make it so that I'm using all source blocks. Lava, as you remember, is a dedicated 3-time rate of production, regardless of whether it's a source block or moving lava under it. Unfortunately for us, now the unfortunate thing is I need GP still, so I'm gonna have to redo a lava pool or something like that to get our grid points where I want it and keep it if we're gonna use anything from extra utilities. Other than that, I don't think much else has changed. I'm currently making, I made this guy taller because I wanted to make a ton of electrum, and we are currently doing just that. I'm going to turn, I do a signal and turn that off for a hot minute. and let these guys mix and finish making the electrum. But we got 46 blocks, 47 blocks. The reason I wanted this, I want to see if I can get to a point and still use lava. Just more for my own self-edification to show you guys what a top-tier lava generation system looks like. That'll happen at some point. But today, I want to talk more about our Botania setup. And along the way, check this out. I looked in here after letting this run for, the last few days I've been working. That's how many mystical flower essences we have. 431. Over a K, I think. Yeah, slightly over 1K's worth of nether essence, which is beautiful. That farm can probably be... Oh, don't turn that off. I can probably finish this farm off no problem now and get it all full up. Same thing with this guy, because I added this down, so we've got 2 full rows of the essence flowers, and look at them go. It's fantastic. They do a really good job. But let's pop down to Botania. So this is Botania, if you remember. Here's where we left the setup at. These are mana generators. Now, normally when you start out, if you guys remember me talking about it, you would want to use something like night blooms or day blooms because they passively generate mana. And I'm like 99% certain they're not in this game because I've yet to see an entry for them. Generating, so in your Lexica Botania, anything that will make you mana will be found under generating flora. We've got hydrangeas, which are a good passive generator. They will suck up any still water in a 3x3 area around it on the same height, creating mana from it. The amount they produce is comparable to that of an endoflame. They also seem to function faster during range. They're pretty good. The shitty thing is that they are fleeting. They will die and wither. It was introduced to stop people from making just really OP setups that were passive and required no monitoring or automation. The endoflame, however, I don't think is... I'm pretty sure it is not fleeting. It will stay forever. Because it hasn't died yet, and it's been several hours, so I'm going to assume they don't die. But we need to automate this, right? This is extremely inefficient. I'm coming over here and no, bad. We need to automate and make it tileable. Anything that you can automate and make tileable means you can make it big. It means you can make it broken. So that's our goal today. We're going to do a proof of concept with some mana generation using endoflames and a little bit of tricky automation. It used to be done... Well, we'll get into how it's going to be done. But let's take a little survey here. I think that was the only other thing that we did, or I did, between break and this episode. So I'm going to make a quick cut, make sure I got the materials I need, and we'll dig into this. See you in a minute, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back, and here's the setup we're working with. So the idea, because this is going to be a bigger platform before we're finished, I'm sure, Botania can take up some room. We're dealing with natural structures, right? So what I've done, and this is interesting, I decided to separate. I did this in Feed the Beast Season 2, sort of. But it seems like it's going to actually work this time. So what I've done is this is going to be a mana cell, right? Bear with me. What it'll be is a whole bunch of endoflames around the border, just like this. Hopefully this guy will be able to connect. But the idea will be they'll be all feeding into one central mana spreader, which will then go to this mana spreader and then into that mana pool. How are we going to automate that? Good question. So to automate it, you have to be able to precisely drop stuff onto the endoflames. So I got like random things popping up on my computer. Yeah, here. Not part of this recording. So that's the idea, but how are we going to do it? That's the question. How in the hell are we actually going to achieve that? Well, I have some thoughts. So there's a way within Botania to do it, I think. But I was thinking of using the dropper. Now, a regular dropper, the problem is it will not... Oh, thank you for yelling that in the middle of a recording, computer. I need to fix that. So the idea is we're going to... Where are you? System sound. There you are. There you go. A little bit of behind-the-scenes nonsense. So the idea is with a dropper, the issue we have is we can't drop it straight down. But there is, there's the iron dropper, but there's also, where are you? Yeah, there you go. The automatic precision dropper from Ashley Editions. We're going to try this guy. I need some palace crystals, dropper advanced coils. So, here's our dropper. Now, what do we actually need? Because we should have everything else except for advanced coils. So, we'll make ourselves into a regular coil, followed by the advanced coil. And then that should make our automatic precision dropper. There you go. And we can put the grass away for a hot minute. I'm going to need that again, but that's okay. So let's check this guy out. So how do you work? How precision can I get with you? Okay, so that's not bad. So why don't I do... So redstone deactivates it. Hold a redstone torch to toggle. But if I just do that... Okay, well, mine is having my ring on me. Let's take the ring of magnetization off. And let's do this. Pretty well straight down. This actually might be the best way to do this. Okay, so let's go and see what modes we've got, because we want to be able to put it on a timer and have it pulse. So there's a redstone torch, which I will take. Clear that off. So let's go see if we can pulse this. So right now, redstone mode detect deactivation pulse. So that's it. So if I put everything in here, and then no, but if I got a button, I bet you it would. Let's see. Let's grab a button. Aha! Okay. This got a little easier. So we need to make a bunch of these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a bunch of them. I'll be right back, guys. All right. So there's a few other things we need to make before we can actually set this bad boy up. Those include, so we've got our precision droppers, and I've got a basic drawer that we're going to be using. I've also got, well, sugar can go away. That can go, and that can go, that can actually go. So what we're going to need is we need a redstone conduit to carry a redstone signal that will be generated from a timer. Now, you could make a regular vanilla timer using an item clock. However, that's, no. You don't need to do that. There are timers built into everything. So there is the timer from RF Tools. Logic block emits a redstone pulse after a certain amount of time, unless it receives a redstone pulse in itself before that, or just a Dark Utilities timer. I'm going to try building one of each and see where that gets us. Do I not have a clock? Say, I must have picked up a clock out of a loot bag. Hey, there we go. I don't really care about clocks. So there's a timer for that. Because I want to try both. I want to see how good they are. And then there's this time I'm going to need to make another clock. Alright. And then that needs a machine base. And that gets us a timer. So there's our two timers. We've got an RF Tools timer and we have a timer for Dark Utilities. I'm going to put some, because I think that's where a lot of my nonsense has been hitting me from. Okay, how are we doing? We almost got Electrum. Is that all Electrum now? Really? I have extra silver. 5 extra blocks, I think. That's interesting. Let's just go ahead and activate that guy. I might need to put a little bit more gold in here in order to make it go. Is it not a one-to-one transfer? I would have swore that this was a one-to-one transfer. Where is it? Alloying. Yeah, it's a one-to-one ratio. That's interesting. There we go, because there was gold left, not melted or something. Okay, I got you. All right, well, that's going to take forever to dump out of there, so I'm not really concerned about it. Anyway, let's go see what we can do here. Oh, we need to make a device to carry that. So let's go conduit. And I have none left because I think I used only a little bit of it. But we'll make some redstone conduit. Ooh, not a lot of that left. That's okay. Gonna need that. And I think that's all we need, minus the coal we're going to be dropping. So let's go ahead and we're going to come over here. And here's the little setup. Here's what we got. Ooh, I missed one of these from test fitting. So this is the setup we're going to use. I've got everything lit up and all that fancy nonsense. But we're going to take our droppers and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Even though we only have 4 flowers right now, that's okay. Let's see if this, or they should all be in pulse mode. They are. Which means I can put my timer, if I so chose, right there. So the timer is every 20 seconds. Now this is just a dialogue. 26 is 1 second. Okay. So if I wanted every 45 seconds, I would have to do 20 times 45. I think. Let's grab the calculator. 20 times 45 is 900 ticks. Oh, because 2 times 45 is 90. There you go. So 900 ticks is the delay we want. 900 ticks. Let's see how that does us. Now, the other one is a little more interesting. It actually will pulse. This is entered into ticks. There are 20 ticks in a second. 10 seconds is 200 ticks. 30 is 600. A minute is 1200. Press the done button. Enter the maximum. So this is more or less the same thing. So we don't really need to worry about that. We're going to use the RF Tools version. So now we got to go this way. I think I'm going to run out of blocks though. So why don't we move it a little closer then? We'll just move it like this. No, not what I wanted you to do. Well, I can put it like this then. Hold on. Oh, come on. It is outputting the wrong... Can I change the way it outputs? No. Nope. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let's make it for giggles every 10 ticks, though. So you can see it working right there. Every 10 ticks, it's going to be able to dump something out. Oh, it won't. Interesting. It does not actually connect. There we go. I have to force it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so but it does go straight down. So what we got to do is we actually have to force these to connect. So if I break these, can I just do it this way? Like so? Ah, beautiful. Okay. So that's all loaded up. Now we just need to be able to connect it to our storage system. So we'll grab some conduit. I'm going to throw torch down on each little corner, and we're going to take some conduit, and it's going to go like, probably like this is the easiest way to do it. One. There's a hell of a goddamn rainstorm happening. Thank God for the rain shield. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Get back here, you. Alright, so we can actually do this on the ground. So we're going to run conduit all the way down, because eventually I want to put flowers to this point. So there'll be a ton of endo flames going. So we would have how many endo flames total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of them? That's not bad. That's pretty good. 12 ender flames will then generate a reasonable amount of mana. And to make life just a little bit easier, we'll take this guy and we'll pop it down there. So that's where that'll go. We'll say active without signal. We're going to change this to every 900. So it does it once every 45 seconds. And now we just need to grab some coal. So let's go fill our inventory with coal. And we're going to dump that in there. And we're going to see if that actually generates. Oh, we need to make a... I'm at a living wood too, I think. Okay. I need to make a mana spreader. Well... I'll use the mana spreader that's existing, I suppose. No, I should make a new one. So let's grab a whole lot of coal. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can just go here. And I could automate this, and I probably will later. For now, I'm fine with just doing this manually, because we don't need to dump all of our coal. We just need some coal. There's 14 stacks. And we'll say extract, always active. Now we just need to change these. So these will all be insert. We'll skip the middle one for now because we're not actually using it. And now if I look, we should have, yeah, look at that. Plenty. And we're going to say round robin mode as well. We want this evenly distributed. Should have done that from the start. But that'll keep everything evenly distributed, which is very handy. And we'll should get a result in a second or two. And you don't pick it up. I wonder why. Oh, do they need to see the sky? Or do they need to be connected to a mana spreader? I bet you they need to be connected to a mana spreader. So let's repurpose this mana spreader for a hot minute. Do I have a... No, I don't. So this mana spreader will go here. Where's my wand of forest? There we go. Wait, is it on bind mode? Oh, is that what I'm doing? Is it like... Okay, there we go. Aha, got you, got you. Whew, for a second I thought it was like, you need to be able to see a clear sky. There it is, it works. Haha. And look at that. It's actually actively producing a bunch of mana. And it's visible. Because if I take that off, you're just going to see the mana there. But you can see that this is generating mana fairly quickly. So once I fill in the rest of this, we'll be pretty set for mana generation, at least for the lower tier. That's dandy. Look at that. And of course, it's tileable, right? I could make another one over here if I really needed a secondary mana generation, which we'll likely need in the future. But we have a ton of coal that we're just not using. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is making an output from our system to this guy. So an export bus running all the way down and dumping its coal into here for use in this system. Because every 45 seconds or so, these stop generating mana. And we're not wasting any coal thus far, so I think we're good. But this is going to be our mana generation setup. All nice, neat, and automated, just like that. Very, very simple, and working exactly the way I want it to. That is a first in Minecraft, ladies and gentlemen, especially with Botania. But I'm happy. We're going to make some more living wood, and I'll connect the rest of this and look into exactly what our options are. And we'll go from there. But that's enough of this. I'm going to definitely move all that other stuff, which I didn't do yet. And maybe I think I've been mulling the idea over of transferring all of the ingots and blocks into compacting drawers and using that as their storage. And I think I'm sold on the idea. So we're gonna try that out. We'll see how that goes for us, and we'll go from there. Also, I'm gonna finish making more hooch and convert everything over to fire water, so we have a lot of lava, because lava is still even without power generation, it's still going to be important. And then we'll see where life takes us. Maybe we'll work on our new power system. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, you know what to do. Go ahead, leave a like. You can always find other work I've done in the description box below. And of course, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.